everyone. My name's Trip Foreman, and we're here with Cory Lopez and his family at the end of their stay with us at Watermen's Retreat. Cory, you've stayed with us a few times, and it's awesome to see you coming here with your family and also see the progression of your kids in the water. Tell us a little bit about your trip.
Yeah, we had a great trip up here this time. Place I always loved to come here since a child, but to stay here at Watermen's Retreat, place is just beautiful, well maintained. We literally on this trip had the best sunsets. I think at one point it was 5 days in a row of, I'm talking about A+, like 9 to 10 level high sunsets. So
right.
We were really enjoying that. This little one was doing TikToks every night with those beautiful views. And we just had a good time. We had a wide variety of waves. She was surfing, all the kids were surfing, having a good time. We got waves all the way down the furthest south of the island in Cape Hatteras, and then we actually had the contest up in Nag's Head, and then really the funnest waves we got was out back and in Rodanthe. So
okay.
We got a few really good days, and it was a wide variety of surf too. So everyone got to get out there and have fun, and we were stoked.
So, I mean, I think a lot of people, when they think about Cape Hatteras, surfers around the world, they think about Cape Hatteras, they think about Brett Barley and the media that he puts out, and in his stuff, it's always pumping. Even when it's like half pumping, it's still pumping,
Yeah.
And they're like, I would never bring my kids to surf there, unless they were like, pro level kids. But you've been coming here for a while and like always finding waves that like everybody's gonna be happy in. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think, when you watch what Brett's putting out there, obviously he's putting out the stuff that the advanced surfers like to see, or like the gnarly waves, the barrels, the big airs. But even on days like that, there's always a place to go here because, like I said, you got Frisco and you got Hatteras, you got the far south part of the island, which is generally a little more protected and has different bars. If it's too big, like in Buxton or those areas, you can head up north. It just depends on the swell direction, really. You got a lot of different angles here. So you got to kind of play the wind and play the sandbars you're looking for, but there's usually always a spot for everyone, and that's something a lot of people probably don't know. There is, if you spend your time looking around, you'll find a spot that'll make you happy.
And what about the water? Like right now, it's so warm. I mean, so much of the session right now is just like how warm and enjoyable the water is. Talk about that.
Yeah, we're closing in on mid-September. It's great. We were all trunking it the whole time. I think the kids might put some toppers on a little bit when there's a little breezy or something, but I wore trunks the whole trip. Had a good time. Water was nice and clear, especially the first part of the trip. It was really crystal clear, and just had a great time. So we enjoyed our stay. Here at Watermen's Retreat, you got Watermen's Bar and Grill downstairs with some of the best food on the island. Right downstairs, you got real Watersports, or anything you're missing in your surf gear tackle box. So whatever. They got it all right here, so it's a great compound, and always love staying here.
You've been coming here for a long time, and you've probably stayed like in every style accommodation. Like you've stayed in a motel, a hotel, a rental house. You've probably car camped here or camped like at a campground, and now you're staying with us. Like, and in the position you're in, like, you're a surfer, you're a coach, you're a Sherpa, you're a dad, you're doing all these different things. Like what makes it like easier staying at Watermen's?
I think just cruising in at any time and knowing that your keys are in the lockbox and ready to go, and you just hop upstairs and the room's beautiful, well maintained. I mean, they look like just when they opened the place, however many years ago that was, it's been well maintained. The property is beautiful, and knowing too you can show up and you got the restaurant next door. It's just a convenient location, really top-notch, high-end accommodation, and we love it. And just especially when you're waterside with those views in the afternoon that we've had.
Right.
This trip was just amazing, the sunset. So we all were sitting there watching that every night and enjoyed it.
Awesome. So Layla, we want to talk about your TikToks. So Layla, tell me about your stay here at Watermen's.
I had so much fun. The first night we were here, I saw a beautiful sunset, and that just made me so happy to know that every night that I would see a beautiful sunset, and it made me so happy.
And what about the TikTok videos that you were doing, like with your sister, and then I saw your brother do a cameo appearance?
Yeah.
What was that about?
Just because I thought the sunset was so beautiful, so I had to do one. So yeah.
And then what else did you like about staying with us here at Watermen's?
The beds are super comfortable.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what about like the couches or like just
Yeah, I love the setting here, and it's so pretty.
All right, so let's talk about waves. Where was your favorite session this trip?
What was that one we surfed?
Yeah, down in Hatteras Village?
Yeah, I had fun there.
All right, so you drove down in your truck and you went into four-wheel drive, right? You drove out on the beach,
Yep.
just looking for waves until you found them?
Yes.
That's awesome. And then how was the water down there? Was it warm?
Yeah, it was super warm.
Is this the best place in the world for TikToks?
Yes.
Yes?
I love to do this.
How do you do that?
You put your hand up,
Okay.
and then you're gonna go, and you're gonna bring it down like that.
Like
Yeah! Except you go like a fist bump. So you're gonna put your hands open,
Okay.
and then you're gonna go into, when you go like that, you're
Oh,
gonna
then you go into
like
fist.
a fist. Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
Like
Yeah!
that? All right.
Yeah,
All right,
just
cool.
like that.
All right, awesome.
So Layla,
Perfect.
stay in one place.
When I say it, we both have to go like that, okay?
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Ready?
This is the best place for TikToks. Yeah!
Awesome. Luke, let's talk about your trip here, Watermen's Retreat in Cape Hatteras. What was your favorite session out in the water?
Where did we surf last night? I mean, not last night, but yesterday morning.
We surfed in Rodanthe.
Yeah, Rodanthe was so fun yesterday.
Yeah, how big was it?
It was like 4 to like 6 foot.
Okay.
On the sets, it was really big.
I like how you never talk about like stomach high, chest high, and head high. You only talk feet, because sometimes it could get confusing with like groms and like.
How big it is.
Yeah, how big it is, and like your sizes are always legit sizes too, which is fun. I think your dad keeps you in line on those, yeah.
Yeah, it was so fun yesterday.
And what about the variety of the surf? Like you guys like literally surfed from the end of the island down in Hatteras Village all the way up to Nag's Head.
Yeah.
So you surfed the whole Outer Banks, really.
Yeah.
Well, how do you like the variety?
There was like shore break, there's like some like outer bars, there's like so many different types of waves, and it was just so fun to like look around, drive around, go drive on the beach, and it was so fun.
Explain to like if there's other kids out there that are surfing, like what's it like four-wheeling on the beach and like looking for that perfect wave?
It's so fun because you can ride with the windows down, and it's like you're going on the sand, so like sometimes when you get in the really soft sand, you like start like sliding, or like you can like sometimes you get stuck and you gotta take the air out of your tires.
Right. And what do you air down to? What pressure are you supposed to air down to?
Like 17 or 20.
17 or 20?
Yeah.
And so it doesn't matter if you got the giant wheels, you still got to air down, right?
Yeah.
And how old are you?
11.
There's your tip right there.
Tip of the day.
Tip of the day from 11-year-old Luke Lopez.
Cape Hatteras.
Down there.
Dry sand.
Air down.
If you don't get down there, if you are not in four-wheel drive, you're needing a tow truck or getting towed out.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. If you drive onto the beach in two-wheel drive, it's not like some parts of Florida, right,
Yeah.
where you can
It's
go
not
two-wheel.
possible here.
Yeah, you can go. So you gotta have four-wheel
You
drive,
gotta have four-wheel drive.
and you gotta air down.
Even with four-wheel drive, you still have to air down.
Exactly. All right, Alana, let's talk about your trip staying with us here at Watermen. So you were here with your family, so you got family trip, but you're also competing in a contest, right? What was the
Yeah.
contest you're in?
It was the WRV Pro in Nag's Head.
And what were the
Jets.
waves like up in Nag's Head for the contest?
They're really small, windy, short break, basically like ideal skimboarding or body womping conditions. But we ran a pro contest there, and I made a couple heats. So
There you
yeah.
go. And so why don't you compare the waves from up there to down here? Like what happens
It's
like when
way
you go
better
from
down
Nag's
here.
Head to here?
It's way better down here.
Way better down here.
Yeah.
And so more size, yeah?
Yeah.
And better bars?
Yep.
All right,
There
so
was no bar at Nag's Head. It was just on the sand. That was it. No bar.
and even on those same days where the contest was on up there, it was still like surfable and fun down here, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. And so let's talk about like the variety of waves that you had and like kind of surfing different parts of the island. What was your favorite session while you were here?
Definitely in Rodanthe. That was so fun.
Yeah, the
It
last
was
last day of the trip.
Yeah, it was like Luke said, probably 4 to 6. Maybe not 6. I don't know. Maybe it's 5.
5.
Like the big.
Maybe the biggest sets, yeah. And it was super fun. Like everyone was out. Like Brett's 7-year-old was out, and she was literally ripping. She has zero fear, and it was so sick. And Layla was catching a couple too. She pulled into a closeout, and that was awesome. You pulled into a closeout barrel.
Is that good or bad?
That's good.
Oh, okay.
You're like Luke.
Margin, Layla.
Yeah. That was pretty cool to see everyone out. That was just the best day, for sure.
And so let's talk about staying at Watermen's Retreat. You were mentioning this morning like how you just enjoyed sleeping in. Tell us about sleep. Tell us about, you're 13, right? So you're like coming into some of your prime sleeping in years. Talk to us about sleeping in.
Well, like, see here, like when the winds are good, you wake up at 5:30, you go surf, and you're gonna have a great time. But when the winds are bad, your dad wakes up early, and he does not wake you up because it's bad. And then you just sleep in till like 9:30, and it's great.
That's awesome. Thanks so much, Alana. Awesome. Hey, so everyone, I want to thank all of you for staying with us at Watermen's. It's always a treat to have you guys come into town and have you stay with us, surf with you guys, and just like hang out, goof off on the back deck, and have great meals at Watermen's Bar and Grill. Put us on the Lopez World Tour. We want to be a regular stop, and but we're stoked that you all enjoyed the trip and you had like surfable waves at the beginning, like going all the way to that epic last day. And yeah, we're looking forward to having you guys back. Thanks so much.
Right on, Trip. Thank you. Always a pleasure.
And any of you have questions about Watermen's Retreat or want to stay with us in the penthouse at Watermen's Retreat, you can always look us up online, watermensretreat.com, or give us a call, 252-987-6060.
Watermen's Retreat is the best place to stay. Don't let anyone tell you different.